Hello and welcome to In Time. My name is Nicholas Lamar Soutter. I apologize. I think there was a hot mic incident there a second ago. Things are as they have been for a while, just a little crazy. Um, Thank you for joining us. We will be doing our regularly scheduled news update stream tonight at, I think we're going to be moving it to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. However, the first curfews are now being put in effect in the United States. Three states have said that they are going to be issuing a curfew starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, and they will be in effect at a minimum for 2 weeks, and they will be revisiting this policy at that time. The New York Stock Exchange stopped trading earlier today when, once again, for the second time in a week, the emergency circuit breaker was tripped. Trading was halted after a precipitous fall this morning of roughly 8% in the Dow. And this despite the unprecedented move of the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates to roughly 0%. The EU is also now proposing a ban on all non-essential travel, thereby, in essence, approaching a similar lockdown in the EU as they have currently in Italy. Boris Johnson has just a few hours ago apparently reversed his position that we discussed yesterday and is now saying that people should avoid non essential contact and travel. And the UK also appears on the verge of having a lockdown. The MGM Grand has closed all of its Las Vegas casinos, including the Bellagio, MGM Grand, the Mirage, the Excalibur, Luxor Park MGM, and the Aria. Um, Maryland, Indiana, Kentucky, and Michigan join Ohio and Illinois in barring all bars and restaurants and forcing them to close for anything but drive-through and pickup service. Maryland is prohibiting all gatherings, including religious and social gatherings in excess of 50 people. That's churches, that's weddings, anything like that, are all now prohibited, whereas Rhode Island is issuing a similar ban, but for 25 or more people. Three regional governors for the tri state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are all closing restaurants and entertainment venues. This includes gyms, movie theaters, and casinos. They have also implemented an 8 p.m. curfew starting today. The U.S. Supreme Court has postponed all arguments through the end of the month. Italy's death toll has now climbed up over 2,000, and that's just since we broadcast yesterday at around 10 p.m. So a lot's changing. Again, I expect that we will be doing our our 9 p.m. broadcast for further updates. The big news again: three states now are under curfew starting at 8 p.m. tonight, and the Trump administration denies that it is considering curfews. However, there are multiple sources reporting that there are serious active discussions within the Trump administration to, at a minimum, have a encouraged curfew at the nation level, a voluntary curfew that would start at some point reasonably soon. This is denied by Mike Pence's office. His office is saying that a curfew is not on the table. We are prepared to say at this point that is a lie. There are active discussions inside the Trump administration. It is being reported that Trump himself still underestimates the severity of the virus and is not prepared to deal with it. So, at what level these discussions are going on is unclear, but it is clear that they are occurring. Also, at this point, it appears to be that there is some traction for the idea of an emergency cash injection of $1,000 to every American family to cover short term costs as a result of all of these shutdowns and the current situation, really, with the country. Former top economic advisor to President George W. Bush, Greg Mankiw, sorry, and Obama advisor Jason Furman have proposed $1,000 cash injections, and that idea has now been supported by Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is saying that he will support such a bill. Congress, in fact, took quote, Congress took similar action during 2001 and 2008 recessions, while expansions of paid leave, unemployment insurance, and SNAP benefits are crucial. A check will help fill the gaps for Americans that may not be able to quickly navigate such different government options. He also said that every American should immediately receive $1,000 in order to help families and workers and make sure that they can meet their short-term debt obligations. There is talk, as we discussed last night, of suspending mortgage payments and ensuring that people do not default on their mortgages during this really national crisis. At this point, we are again in a state of emergency, and $40 billion has been opened up by that declaration by Donald Trump several days ago. Republican Representative Devin Nunes of California said on Sunday that Americans should actually, if you are healthy, you and your family should go out and have a great time and go to a local restaurant. Likely you can get in easily. He's not been watching the show. Let's not hurt the working people in this country. Go to your local pub, he added. Well, by my count, over a quarter of the states in the union have now closed all restaurants and bars. I don't know what on earth this man is talking about. We also have news, and this is something don't want to report on rumors, but this is coming from the French Health Ministry. They have suggested that their research, and again, here's key. Research right now is what's being done live. This is happening so quickly. Research is whatever they discover out in the field. We don't have scientists looking at this, so we go by what they hear and discover. And according to the French Health Ministry, there is now significant indications that popular anti-inflammatory painkillers, such as ibuprofen, for unknown reasons, appear to be significantly worsening the effects of COVID-19. They don't understand how or why or what the mechanism of this is, but they've seen enough of it now to suggest that there is a correlation, and they are warning people that if you believe you have it, do not take anti-inflammatories. This would be ibuprofen, cortisone, which is a steroid anti-inflammatory, but it's an anti-inflammatory nonetheless. If you are already on anti-inflammatory drugs or in doubt, please ask your doctor for advice. They do say that other non-anti-inflammatory painkillers and fever reducers such as Tylenol appear to be perfectly safe in this case. They also say if you have a fever, you can take paracetamol. I believe I pronounced that correctly. So just again, this is not. This is what they're sort of discovering out in the field, and it's now been reported and is being taken seriously that it's anti-inflammatories for whatever reason do appear to make it worse. Nobody knows this for certain, but it's worth mentioning if you believe you're infected. I think our advice here at In Time would be to, for now, avoid anti-inflammatories if at all possible, but as always, seek doctor's advice. We don't have any doctors here. At any rate, that is all that we had to cover today. Well, at least for now. Once again, at least 3 states in the United States have just declared that they will be having a curfew beginning tonight at 8 p.m. There are serious discussions, despite public comments to the contrary. There are serious discussions within the administration to, at a minimum, have a recommended voluntary nationwide curfew, and possibly even a mandated curfew. Nobody knows. That's the most that people have been able to discern. Once again, we will be broadcasting tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, to give any other updates. Oh, it's okay. Paracetamol, excuse me, is in fact acetaminophen, so that's Tylenol. So, it's, like I said, not a doctor. Um, yeah, on the off chance that there's any more news between now and 9 p.m., we will cover it. But three states have, and now I don't have the, I apologize, I don't have the actual numbers, but it appears to me uh, actually almost probably at this point close to half the states in the union appear to have shut down restaurants, bars, and made prohibitions against 50, or in some cases far fewer people meeting in public. Once again, Republican Representative Devin Nunes thinks he should go to a restaurant anyway. I don't know what he plans to do. Maybe he's going to break into the joint. Who knows? Yay for Devin Nunes. Said this on Fox News, no less. So yeah. All right, we will see you all later, and everyone. As we've said before, we've covered this before. This is procedural. This is what needs to be done. This isn't cause for panic. Again, especially if you're a healthy adult. If you get this, there's really probably nothing to worry about. This is being done to protect the large percentage of the U.S. population that is not healthy and would suffer catastrophic um, casualties if they came into contact with this. So we will keep you up to date. Obviously, this is breaking news about 24/7. Good luck. Thank you all for joining us, and we will unfortunately see you again soon. Thank you.